everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel, and welcome to another speed build. Yes, I still sound a little bit sick, I have a nasty cold. It's definitely getting better, but you can definitely still hear it in my voice. So if that's a little bit annoying, I apologize, but you know, it just be like that sometimes. That being said, welcome to another speed build. For today's video, I'm actually working on a vet clinic, which I think is a lot of fun. I think I've only done like 1 or 2 vet clinic builds before. It's not something I build very often, but it's something I always really enjoy whenever I do build them. So I thought it was time to sit down and build a vet clinic, and I'm building one in the world of Chestnut Ridge, which is of course the world that came with the Horse Ranch expansion pack. I thought a vet clinic would be perfect for this world. I was actually feeling inspired by one of my friends, my friend Honey May Sims. She also builds in The Sims, and she has done a vet clinic in this world before. It's a while ago already, but I was still feeling inspired by it, and I just thought that that was such a clever idea. So I wanted to do one here as well, and we're building it on a, I believe this is a 30 by 20 lot, but I could be wrong. It's the lot across from the equestrian center. Am I saying that correctly? I'm not exactly sure if that's the right term for it, but you know, the area where you can do horse riding competitions and stuff like that. And I think you can also train there. It's been a minute since I've done Horse Ranch gameplay, actually. But yeah, I'm on the lot across from that area, basically. And I thought that that would make sense. I feel like that is a nice place for a vet clinic. It feels very, almost like a commercial area almost. So I thought it'd be nice to have like a little downtown vet clinic going on here. I actually also added some horse stables here by the vet clinic. I thought that would only make sense in this world. You don't have to, I don't think the horses get sick. You don't have to take them to the vet clinic because the vet clinic is of course a functionality that came with the Cats and Dogs expansion pack. So not with the Horse Ranch one. So horses can't actually get sick, I don't think. I mean, it would have been a cool cross pack feature, to be honest, but I've never had it happen, so I don't think that's possible. But I still thought it would be nice to have some horse stables here because we can still pretend that horses get sick, and then I know in real life, when your horse gets sick, the vet comes to you and like they come to your horse instead of the other way around. I mean, sometimes also the other way around, maybe. I'm not actually sure, but that's my experience with it. So, but I still thought it would be a nice thing to add to this vet clinic because it just fits the vibes. Or maybe it's just a nice little stable for the vet clinic's owner, and they have horses and they have the stables here by the vet clinic, something like that. I was definitely going for that small town practice kind of look and feel. I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with the show Virgin River. I watched that on Netflix. It's not actually about a vet, but it is about a doctor, and they have like a very small town doctor like practice where everyone knows everyone, and that's sort of the vibe, if that makes any sense, that I was going for this vet clinic. Really small town, everybody knows the vets that work here, everybody knows everyone, and just like that small town practice look and feel. That's kind of what I was going for, and I think I made that happen. I really like how this vet clinic turned out. It feels very rustic, and that's definitely what I was going for. It's only very small. It's not very small, but it definitely is not a very spacious vet clinic. Also, one thing I added that I basically never do is I actually added an area for pets to stay overnight. I know that's not necessarily a thing in The Sims. When your cats or dogs get sick, you take them to the vet clinic, you have them looked at, and then they get some kind of treatment, and then you take them home. So they don't actually have to stay overnight. But for the realism of it all, I thought it'd be fun to add an area where cats or dogs can stay overnight. So we have a little area for that as well. You can kind of see that fence in the back. That's going to be the outdoor area of the cat section, basically. And then there's going to be little cat pens, and there's also going to be a couple of dog pens. And I don't know, I just thought that that would be a really cute thing to add. It's not something I normally do, but I thought it would be realistic. And also, you can actually own vet clinics in this game. So if you wanted to purchase this and like be the owner of this vet clinic, you can work here and you can own it. And I think that would just be so cute. I don't know why, but I just feel like it'd be a cute thing to sort of pretend to do gameplay with. And I mean, you can actually do actual gameplay with vet clinics, clearly, but not like the overnight guests, if you can put it that way, of course. course, but we can still kind of pretend. Here you can see we have the little cat pens, and I also put in some tiny little cat doors. I just thought that was so cute. Of course, at the end of the video, I will give you a real-time walkthrough of the lot itself, and then I'll just slowly show you everything. But I just wanted to add those little touches of realism to this build. I thought that would be cute. And I was also actually building this with cats protection in mind. That's what it was inspired by, because this month I'm fundraising for cats protection over on Twitch. The fundraiser is almost over, because October is almost over. I was fundraising for half the month pretty much. I started on my birthday and then going until the end of October, so until Halloween. And we raised so much money for cats protection. I'm so incredibly proud. But yeah, I wanted to do a build that was inspired by cats protection, so I thought a vet clinic would be absolutely perfect, especially with the little pens in the back for the cats to stay. I just thought that would be so fitting and so fun. So that's kind of what inspired me to do this build as well. Just so you know, I will also still leave the link to the Tiltify campaign in the description box. So if you still wanted to donate, you could, but obviously you don't have to. But yeah, we're still going until next Thursday. Like this upcoming Thursday on Halloween is going to be the last day of the fundraiser. So yeah, I just thought I would let you know. And yeah, you can kind of see the exterior come together here. I was gonna do a whole like parking lot and stuff. I thought that would be so fun to add, but I didn't actually end up having the space for it. So I just have a very tiny little parking lot area here where I just pretend the owner of the vet clinic parks their car. At first I placed 2 cars, but that was definitely too crammed. So I ended up deleting one of the cars, and then we just have one parked truck there. I thought that would make a lot of sense. And then for the landscaping, I just try to tie it in with the rest of the world a little bit. We have some matching trees, also some not matching trees, but I was just kind of trying to make it look natural and trying to like make it blend in with the rest of the surrounding areas. And then here you can see I was running into a little bit of an issue with some space where I placed the horse area. And I actually really like how it ended up looking. It looks a little bit cramped, but everything is attached to each other, and I like how it ended up looking. So it might be a little cramped, but everything is clearly functional, so that's good. And then this week, a little bit off topic, but this week's actually very exciting because we're getting a new expansion pack. How fun is that? It's actually dropping on October 31st. So on Halloween, we're getting the new Life and Death expansion pack. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I've seen some early access videos, and I've looked at like the bill and buy stuff from people that had early access, and I'm just so excited about it. Let me know how you feel and if you're thinking of getting it. Also, a shameless little plug, if you are thinking of getting the new Life and Death expansion pack, you could always consider using my creator code Simmary Sims. You can see it here underneath my face cam. When you purchase The Sims for Life and Death or any other pack, there's still a Halloween sale going on as well. So if you purchase that, or if you purchase any other packs on sale through the EA app or on the EA website, you could consider using my creator code Simmary Sims at checkout. That is just a free way for you to support me as a creator. It's not a discount code. I want to make that very clear, but it is a code that you can use, and that makes it so that I get a small commission off of your purchase. So a small percentage of the money that you spend will go to me and my channel, and that supports me. So if you wanted to, you could consider using creator code Simmary Sims, but that is just a shameless little plug. For the rest, here you can see the landscaping come together. I didn't really have a lot of space left over in the back, but I did end up putting some dog training equipment as well. I did that later on though, I think. I really had a lot of fun with the landscaping here. I just thought it was so wholesome looking. When I was doing the landscaping, I could really feel and see the lot come together. I was definitely struggling with the shape of this a little bit because I wanted it to kind of look like a ranch, because I feel like that would look good here in this world. It would be very fitting. So I was kind of going for that ranch look and feel. It's also only one story, and I don't know, I was just kind of having some issues with the shape of this build overall, and like have it look interesting enough and not too like flat. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but that's sometimes an issue I run into when I'm doing only one story builds. Sometimes I'll just feel like it's missing something, and it's literally missing a second floor. So I don't know, sometimes I struggle making builds look interesting shape-wise when I only have one story to work with. But for this one, I feel like it ended up working out when I did all the landscaping, and we have like the barn and stuff, and like like all the things outside. I feel like that really helped with this one. And I was also definitely paying attention to the floor plan. At first, I was just kind of starting without any reference. I just kind of started building this shape, and then I started roofing it, and then I started doing the layout kind of off camera, because that usually takes me a second, and it's a lot of trial and error. So I did that off camera, and then I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna make some adjustments so that it makes sense for the floor plan, and then I'll just readjust the roofing and stuff. So I ended up doing that, and that was a really good way to go about it, because that way I actually did have something to go off of, as in like I did have a nice like Kickstarter for the shape of that build. But then since this is a community lot, I feel like the layout is just going to be very important. When it comes to residential lots, I feel like I can take some like creative freedom and make things make a little bit less sense for the sake of the cute exterior, you know? But when it comes to community lots, especially a vet clinic, I feel, I just really want it to make sense on the inside, and I want it to like flow together nicely. And I would happily sacrifice the cute exterior for that, like not all the way, but just like a little bit, you know? I feel like that's okay. So I found a good middle ground by just creating an exterior that I thought looked cute. Then I moved on to the layout and made some minor changes to the shape of the build to make it make sense for the layout, and then go back and try to tie in the roofing and like make it flow together again. And that was, like I said, just a really nice way to go about it. I think I'm gonna try that with residential homes as well at some point, because it really worked out for me for this one. Here you can see we are already getting started on the interior of the vet clinic, and I really wanted this to feel very, like I said, like small town practice kind of vibe, very inviting, very cozy. I didn't really want it to look and feel like a hospital. I just wanted it to feel very rustic and homey. So that's what I was going for here. You can kind of see that in the color scheme and the materials that I used for the floors and wallpapers, but also for like this little kitchenette, for example, where the clients or the owners of the vets that are technically the clients, where they can grab their coffee, and there's also some snacks for the pets around. They could also grab some tea. There's some human cookies as well. One thing I actually always run into when I'm decorating for pets is that we don't have any cat snacks. We have these little cute glass like Tupperware things with the cat or with the dog snacks in it, like the dog treats, but we don't have any of those for cats. I don't know why. Why are both swatches dog treats? I don't know why. I feel like that's really mean. And where is my cute glass jars filled with cat treats, you know? Like, I want those too. But we're just gonna pretend that they're both for cats and for dogs as well, clearly. And then here you can see I'm just kind of putting together the waiting room. I was kind of messing around. I wanted there to be some tables and chairs as well. I ended up doing just one table. I know it's not very realistic for a waiting room. You would basically just have, I feel like, chairs with kind of like enough space maybe in between, because maybe you don't want your pets to be too close to each other. You want there to be enough space for routing. You want there to be enough space to keep your dog away from other dogs or keep your dog away from the cats, you know, something like that. If you could just hear that in the back, that was my cat's food dispenser. Speaking of pets, actually, she was just patiently waiting for her lunch, and it was just now served, so that's great. Speaking of food, I actually clearly also put some food bowls and stuff out here in the waiting room. And then we also have some bathrooms here. These are just the human bathrooms. I also placed litter boxes for the cats around, but I placed those in areas where it would make a little bit more sense. I was thinking of putting litter boxes here in the human bathrooms, but I was like, in my Sims residential homes, I like to do that, but maybe in a vet clinic, it's not ideal. I mean, it would make sense because it's a vet clinic, but at the same time, it's a little weird. You know what I mean? So I just put the litter boxes in the treatment rooms and also in the overnight cat area where we can pretend they can stay the night. And then these are just the human bathrooms. As you can probably maybe tell, I was also going for a slightly more modern or like renovated look and feel. So on one hand, this clinic feels very rustic. We have a lot of wood going on, a lot of like warmer tones. But then at the same time, I also used this black tile in the treatment rooms and also in the bathrooms, as you could probably see. So yeah, that black tile I feel like feels very modern. It's from the Home Chef Hustle kit. or stuff pack actually. And I just felt like that that looked really nice and like modern and still rustic, but like make it renovated and clean at the same time. That's kind of what I was going for. I just saw myself place a couple of posters above those chairs, and I realized that I never changed the swatch for one of them. That's so annoying. So we basically have two of the same exact posters next to each other. I think I meant to put two different ones, but then I just forgot to change the swatch of one of them. So that's a little bit annoying, but it's okay. Here you can see we have the surgery room. Actually, I clearly made this functional in The Sims. So we do have all the appliances and all the machines and things that you need for a functional vet clinic. So we have this surgery station kind of thing here in this slightly larger treatment room. I also put some like a sink in each room and just some decorations that I feel like would make sense. Whenever I make vet clinics, I always run into the issue of clutter. I feel like we could have used a little bit more clutter that would make sense for a vet clinic. I know that Cats and Dogs wasn't only about vet clinics, so they clearly also gave us like lots of decorations for residential homes, but I think it would have been so nice. We only have that really tiny little dish of vet like instruments, but it's so small. And that's really it that's like catering towards vet clinics when it comes to clutter. We have some cute wall decorations and stuff, and just like some regular like vet or like some regular like pet clutter things that make sense here. But for the most part, sometimes I just miss some of that vet clutter a little bit because we just don't have a lot of it, but I make do with what we have, and I think it still ended up looking cute. I also made use of a lot of get to work stuff actually, because get to work comes with hospitals and it just comes with a lot of items that still also look good in an animal hospital like a vet clinic. So I also made use of that clearly. And then here we have the slightly smaller treatment rooms. So we have one larger like surgery room because that machine is just bigger. And then we have two smaller treatment rooms as well. I think 2 rooms is a good amount to have, like 3 or 4 would also be great, but this is just a small town practice. And also if you wanted to actually purchase this vet clinic for your veterinarian sim and you want to run this vet clinic, then I think it's nice to only have 2 like treatment rooms because, you know, it's easier to keep track. It's a little bit more just, I guess, easier for gameplay purposes, so I did that on purpose. The 2 treatment rooms actually have a very small joined hallway area. I wasn't sure what to do with it. You could also turn it into a small bathroom, because you know how you sometimes have to bathe your dogs? I feel like that would have been cute to add here, like sort of in between the treatment rooms. But I just kind of went for a storage / dirty towel, laundry, whatever type of storage room, I guess. That's kind of what I was going for. And then we have the second treatment room. I did end up putting a bathtub actually by where the dogs can stay overnight. So you can still come to the vet clinic and give your dog a bath if you wanted to, because maybe your sim owns a dog, but you live in a very small house or like in an apartment and you don't have a tub. That's definitely a possibility. I feel like it'd be nice to be able to just travel to the vet clinic and then you can give your dog a bath at the vet. I mean, it's not necessarily very realistic, but it's nice to have that for gameplay. Here you can kind of see the second treatment room come together. It's very similar to the other one when it comes to the items that I use in here. It's just the layout is different. And then you can also see that I used these like travel crates. I'm kind of lost for the right term. In those treatment rooms, I actually ended up replacing those for litter boxes. I thought that would kind of make more sense and it would be more functional as well. But then here you can see that we have a couple of pens for cats to stay overnight. So we actually have 3 pens total, and I wanted them to be spacious but not too big, and then clearly they have to have their own cat trees. I tried to make them a little bit more colorful. They each have their own litter box, of course, and food bowl. I put in some toys and some extra scratching posts. I thought that would be so cute. And they also have these little cat doors that lead to the outside space, as you can see, like the fenced in safe outdoor area for the cats. It's not too realistic in the sense that maybe it could still be stressful for the cats to see each other through the fence, or like maybe you don't want them to actually be together in the same outdoor space. Maybe you want to have enclosed enclosed outdoor spaces for each cat pen. Like that would make so much more sense. But thankfully this is The Sims, so we don't have to be too realistic about those types of things. So that's kind of what I was going for here as well. And then we just have a little vet tech like lab area here with some extra computer desks for if vets need to do some research or if they need to do some administration. I'm not exactly sure, like if they just have to get some work done that you don't necessarily need the treatment room for, then I feel like that area would be good for that. And then here through this door in this separate little room is where we have 2 dog pens. They're slightly bigger than the cat pens, clearly, because dogs are slightly bigger. I wanted them to be good for big dogs too, so that's what I ended up doing. And then I actually also placed a small tub there, as you can see, so you can give your dogs a bath. I think that would be so cute. And for dog pens, I was actually kind of struggling. What do you put in them other than just a bed? Because I'm definitely a cat person. I love dogs, but I've never owned a dog in my entire life. So I don't have any experience with them whatsoever. I just decided to go for some dog beds and then some sized up toys because I thought that would look a little bit better than the tiny ones. And then as I was doing this build over on stream, someone suggested maybe a cute plushie would be cute for them. So I added some plushies in the pens as well. I thought that was really nice. And then here in the back, we have this staff area, basically, where I just ended up putting in a small kitchenette. They also have a small bathroom, but I didn't decorate that on camera, I don't think, because it was just a little bit too repetitive. But they do have a really small little half bath, of course. And then just a very cozy staff area here where they have a kitchenette, they have a fridge, a microwave, anything you need for a lunch. You can't really do any actual cooking here, but I feel like that is realistic. They have a nice 4-seater table and then just some shelving units and stuff. I also put in some lockers. That was another brilliant idea of a viewer on Twitch. They were like, maybe put in some lockers so the people that work here can actually put their stuff away in a locker. I thought that was very nice. So I ended up doing that. They could even watch some TV in here on their break, maybe just have the news on in the background. I'm not exactly sure, but I thought that was cute. And then I just put in some clutter. It's just a very cozy, almost feels like kind of like a living room kind of thing, or like a dining room more likely. And they also have their own outdoor space. So they have a small porch in the back here where I just ended up placing some picnic tables. I thought that was cute. They also have some outdoor bins here. And then there's also just a little outdoor space for the people that visit the vet clinic. So that's where I ended up placing some picnic tables as well. And then I also ended up putting some dog training equipment here so you can do a little parkour with your dog. I thought that was nice. It's more so for dog parks, but I always like including those things in vet clinics as well because I feel like it just makes sense. And then here we have the outdoor cat pen where I just put some extra cat trees, some extra toys, also a small picnic table for when the vets just kind of want to hang out here with the kitties, or when there's Sims visiting that are looking to adopt, they can just kind of hang out here with the cats that they have available, or for the cats that are looking for a new house. I thought that was really nice as well. And then I just put in some finishing touches with the landscaping. I put some extra toys outside. I ended up putting another cat tree because it just felt a little bit too empty, and I thought 2 cat trees would be nice for them to just kind of climb and hang out. And then of course also we have the horse stables here. There's nothing really going on here. I just placed some water and some food for the horses, of course. Also some play equipment, so they have a ball, and then also the barrels, so you can do some training here or pretend that it's for like physiotherapy or something for the horses. I thought that was really cute as well. So you can actually do some training here with your horses as well. And then I just put in the final few finishing touches, and then that's basically it. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you the vet clinic in real time. So here we have the vet clinic in the game. I currently just have a sim visiting the vet clinic so we can kind of see it in action. But here you can see the exterior. We just have the horse area here. We don't have any horses here at the moment, of course, but it still looks cute. We have some patients here. Oh, that's so fun, actually. And then we have a small parking area over here just for aesthetics. I'm gonna make it sunny. Please, can it be sunny? Thank you. In the back here, we just have an area for the staff to hang out, and we also have the cat pen over here. And then this is a general just like outside area for the people to hang out. What are you doing? What is this guy doing? I'm so confused. Anyway, you can train your dog here or hang out a little bit. And then this opens up into the waiting room. Now that we're here, we might as well just sign up Kevin for neuter. Okay, let's do that. That sounds like a smart thing to do. So over here, we have the waiting area where you can just grab yourself some coffee. What do you mean unpleasant surroundings? I disagree with that, actually. So you can just grab yourself some coffee, some tea. You can wait in here for a little bit. There is a bathroom over on this side, of course, as well. So that is all functional. We are currently waiting for our vet to pick up Kevin. I don't know where Kevin is. Oh, Kevin is hanging out in the dog pen. That is so cute with a giant sized up toy as well. Kevin is so small. I'm not sure if we have any vets. I mean, we do have vets, but they seem to be a little stuck. I just skipped forward in time a little bit because I wanted it to be nice and sunny. So I probably messed up the vets at the moment. Oh, someone's taking a bath. Yeah, that's a little bit problematic. That is something that will happen if you just place a tub. I knew this was going to happen from the get-go. Sometimes you'll just find weird Sims taking a bath in here, but you know, it's supposed to be for the dogs, of course. A vet just came to pick up Kevin. So Kevin's coming with the vet and is getting neutered. I wonder if they're going to use this room for that. Oh yeah, they're going to use this room. The surgery room. I'm just doing full-on gameplay now. I'm sorry. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, so Kevin's getting neutered. That's happening here in the surgery room where we just have all these little things like a desk with a computer, a sink, and stuff like that. Ooh, Kevin's been neutered. Oh, good job. Now he has a cone of shame. Oh, Kevin, I'm so sorry. I did not want that for you. Anyway, here in the hallway, we have a fish tank. We have some vending machines where you can purchase pet items or vet treats. And then in the back here is where we have the 2 treatment rooms. So there's no pets getting treatment right now. What if we sign up Kevin for a checkup? I think that'll be good. Then we can see the other rooms in action, I think. In the back here is where we have the cute cat pens and where we have the little office for the vets as well, where they can do some extra research or other things they need to do. There's some storage in here as well. And they can just hang out with the cats here that stay overnight, which is clearly not a functionality in the game, but we can pretend. They also have a cute little outdoor pen here with toys and cat trees. It looks like Kevin's getting examined. Oh yeah, look, little Kevin's getting examined here in the treatment room. We're giving him a preventative shot. We're getting all the things done at the vet today. So yeah, as you can see, this is all functional as well. There's a vet in this area as well, just doing their job probably, or looking at the posters. No one really knows. In the back here is where we have the dog pens, of course, with some beds and some toys and some cute plushies. Poor Kevin's having a rough day. Buddy, where are you off to? Back here is where we have the staff area where they can just hang out, a little break room, if you will, with a kitchenette and a dining table and a bathroom. Oh, look, here you can see the other treatment room in action. It's all functional. The dog is getting some sort of spray. Good job. Good job, Boomer. But yeah, that is basically it for this vet clinic. So this Chestnut Ridge vet clinic is up on the gallery. If you want to actually purchase it and run it, it comes in at just under 126,000 simoleons. So it is definitely not cheap. It's definitely a little bit of an investment, this one, but I do think it would be very cute to actually own this one and run it. I might actually want to do some of that gameplay myself, to be honest. I built it on a 40 by 30 in the world of Chestnut Ridge. So if you want to place it in your game, then that's where it goes. So that's gonna do it for today's video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download this vet clinic off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you'd like to get notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Simmary Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!